My name is Kevin Canopias, and I'm the principal here at Genoa High School. And I welcome the parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, relatives, friends, Genoa staff members, Mr. Kurtz, Board of Education members, and the class of 2013. Thank you to Ms. Shainwald and Ms. McRitchie for their help in preparing materials and for organizing today's ceremony. Thank you for taking the time on this special day to honor our graduates. If you could, please make sure that your cell phones are silenced for our ceremony. I would like to personally congratulate the class of 2013 for reaching this point in your life. I am not a big believer in the number 13, but your class has certainly changed my mind about 13, as you certainly have been a very cooperative group and just wonderful young people to work with. You certainly have given us hope for the future. When you took your senior skip day on a Thursday, right before a 2-hour planned delay on a Friday, I asked Mrs. Bueller, why would they take a Thursday off instead of a Friday? Mrs. Bueller said, forecast for Friday calls for rain. Great move. Seriously, I wish you all the best of luck in your pursuits in life. At this time, I'd like to introduce Chantel Hunt, who will provide the opening remarks.
Welcome to Genoa High School 2013 Commencement Ceremony. I must first and foremost thank God for this blessing and special honor to stand before you today to give this speech. On behalf of the class of 2013, I would like to thank the audience, family members, and friends for coming and supporting us this afternoon. I would like to express my heartfelt thank you to all the teachers, faculty, and staff who have taught for their endless support, patience, and guidance. I owe a debt of gratitude to all of you for inspiring me to be just as great in the career of my choosing as you are. And to the senior class, thanks for the memories. You guys are the greatest. Though I am filled with both happiness and sadness, I am eager to start the next chapter of my life and to follow the road before me. It upsets me to think I won't pass your familiar faces each and every day, but then I remember that we have great potential to achieve great things later on in life. This year has been the hardest year for all of us, for we have gone through a great deal of transformation. We are no longer kids now. We have our first shot at greatness. There have been many times when I wasn't sure if I can make it to graduation, but I kept pushing myself. I knew I could do it because I'm a Hunt, and Hunts don't quit. I would like to congratulate the senior class for all of your hard work, and I would also like to wish you guys extreme amount of luck in college and your future decisions. A wise man once told me, always try your best and listen to your teacher. Seniors, it is not the end, only the beginning. So to the audience, welcome again. I hope you enjoy the ceremony. Thank you and God bless.
I would like to invite John Belsky, Paige Newman, and Ryan Smansky to the stage to give the valedictory address.
Good afternoon, fellow friends, family members, teachers, administrators, brothers, sisters. I'd like to start things off by reminding you that we became valedictorians because we're smart, not because we're funny. Now, as the smartest of the three valedictorians,
I think we all know who that is. As the smartest of the three, I'd like to start out by congratulating the class of 2013 on making it here today.
While these two argue about who is smarter, I, the most intelligent of the three, will begin. This mason jar here, this mason jar I have here, represents your life. You may fill it with whatever you wish. These larger rocks represent your top priorities in life. Most likely your family, your education, your church, or your community. The jar seems to be filled now, doesn't it? However, there are many spaces in between these larger rocks that are club, or after-school activities offered at Genoa High School. After the addition of these pebbles, the jar seemed to have reached capacity. Yet again, that would be incorrect. We can now pour in sand to fill these tiny cracks present between the pebbles. The sand represents all of our memories, experiences, and lessons learned throughout these past 18 years. Without it, the stones and pebbles inside are easy to shake around and juggle up. This concept also applies to our lives. If they weren't for many of the lessons taught to us by our parents, teachers, and peers, the foundations of our life would be easily shaken, just like these stones. Over the years, many different people and events have contributed to the contents of this jar. When we finally reach graduation with a full jar, we close this chapter in life and prepare for a new one.
This old jar is now our past and is behind us. Today we start a new journey, which is represented by this empty jar. We still have the fundamental things that make us who we are: our family, our education, our community, and church. This foundation is still important to keep with us through the next stage in life. But as we work our way down to the smaller things, we are faced with new opportunities such as new friends, new hobbies, new locations, new jobs, and much more, which is represented by these pebbles. Independence comes with these many new choices, but it also comes along with responsibilities and challenges that we will be faced with. Overcoming these obstacles and learning to deal with responsibility will take much courage, but will get easier over time as we slowly add sand to our jar. This sand, which represents new experiences and lessons that are learned in our future, will help us prepare for some of the toughest challenges that life throws at us. By the end of our journeys, not much will shake us. We should strive to fill our jars with new things. Who knows, maybe someday our jars will make a difference in this world.
I know quotes have become very cliche for speeches, but this is a favorite one of mine. Robert Fulgham said, "The grass is not, in fact, always greener on the other side of the fence. No, not at all. Fences have nothing to do with it. The grass is greenest where it is watered. When crossing over fences, carry water with you and tend the grass wherever you may be." As we prepare to enter our future with excitement for a new beginning, we must also remember to carry our old jar with us. Our futures carry many possibilities, but in order to be successful, we must seize each opportunity given to us and apply the work ethic that has been ingrained in us through countless hours of late-night study sessions, finishing touches on papers, and final attempts to save an egg from the terrible fate of being crushed after dropping off the back of the homestands at our very own football field. Though we've all experienced these trying times, the toughest tests are yet to come. Many of us will go on to college for an additional 4 years, and some will attend even more after that in pursuit of master's and doctorate degrees. The experiences and lessons that we have gathered up until today have been preparing us for a future with infinite potential. From here on out, the choice to succeed is ours. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2013.
Thank you, John, Paige, and Ryan. Next, Jacob Cameron will give the first salutatory address.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, class of 2013. How about that ride in? I guess that's why they call it Sin City. It's sort of an odd quote, but this quote really does describe high school in a way. Not really in a sinful respect, but in a crazy respect. We've all had those nights of staying up way too late to finish a comp paper, dressing crazy for kind of a crazy day of football games, taking that unexpected road trip when we get lost, having a bonfire on the weekend, or sprinting down the hallway for lunch on Chicken Thursday. Rest in peace. We all have a crazy ride in like in that famous film. But unlike that movie, these are not memories that we will soon forget. As special as all these memories that we've shared together are, nothing is as important as our futures together, and where we go from here. I may not have the funniest speech of the day, but I hope I have the speech that inspires you the most. The two phrases that I believe we will hear the most over the next few weeks are congratulations and good luck. I'd like to invite all of you to revel in the first. Congratulations, we did it. But as much as we revel in the first, I invite you to take caution in the second. As we've learned from our last 4 years, luck has very little to do with our success in high school, and that is true for our futures as well. If someone says to you, good luck in college or good luck with your career, I invite you to say, I don't know about luck, but I can assure you I'll work hard. Isn't that what's truly important for your success in life? Isaac Asimov, a late professor and author from Boston University for biochemistry, once said, self-education is, I firmly believe, the only kind of education there is. It's kind of true when you think about it. Hardly ever can you sleep through a class, not look at your book or your notes, and actually learn how to do something. You must put a lot of time and effort into something to try and learn and actually be able to do it. A teacher is more as a guide, acts more as a guide to your own self-education, and your own hard work is the key to your success. So how would you define success? Really think about it for a few seconds, because your definition of success could be the deciding factor for your future happiness. Ralph Waldo Emerson has a very famous quote saying, to laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics, and to endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, and to leave the world a bit better, whether by garden patch, a healthy child, or a redeemed social condition. To know even one life is breathed easy because you have lived, this is to have succeeded. So class of 2013, I hope you're all successful. I hope your definition of success is to live life happily with a smile on your face. I hope that you are respectable, no matter your education, that a child somewhere has a great friend in you. I hope you do your best and you do it honestly, and that you focus more on current and future relationships rather than those that are failed. I hope you see all and focus on all the beauty in our world instead of the negative. That you always try to see the best in your fellow human beings, no matter the differences. I hope that no matter when your life may come to an end, you have left it better than when you came into it. And finally, I hope that there are countless living beings who have benefited exponentially by your existence. To have these things is to have succeeded. You don't need the biggest car or the biggest house or the fanciest car, or the biggest TV or dining room. What you really need is to have loved and been loved by all the most important people in your life, and by everyone that is lucky enough to encounter you. To work hard and to work honestly, to make the world a better place. And if we do these things, my friends, we will be successful. I'm so honored to be able to speak to you, in my opinion, the most amazing class in Genoa's history. Although our school is losing a great group of young adults, society is gaining us, and now we get to go out and make the world a better place. And I know we will all do amazing things. I'd like to thank all of our teachers and parents for helping us along the way. And finally, thank you, class of 2013, for making our class what it is. Congratulations, work hard, be successful, and I can't wait to see who we all become.
Thank you, Jacob. Our second salutatory address will be from Alexis Ortiz.
Greetings, my fellow classmates. Today is the beginning of the rest of our lives. Today is when we take everything that we have worked for and make something successful out of ourselves. According to a very profound and wise woman, Ellen DeGeneres, the definition of success changes. Success is to live your life with integrity and not give in to pressure to be something you're not. Follow your passion, stay true to yourself, and never follow someone else's path. I agree with Ellen, but if you're lost in the woods and you see a path, I think it's probably the best idea that you follow that path. I also think that making our own path and achieving success are harder tasks than we may think. Our mommies and daddies won't be there holding our hands the whole way, and we'll probably need to invest in some big boy or big girl pants in order to do so. We've all made it though this far, and still have our heads on our shoulders. So who's to say that each and every one of us can be successful in some way, shape, or form? All of our dreams vary greatly, so obviously each of our definitions of success is different. John will be saving some of our happy butts in court one day. Peyton will be cutting and coloring our hair in her own salon. and he will probably marry a millionaire farmer somewhere down south. But that's all right, because I think in our books, that's definitely being successful. Success has a wide spectrum, so don't let others' opinions of your dreams keep you from going after what's going to make you happy. It's your life, and it's ending with every passing minute. Let's not waste our precious time. My advice to you, class of 2013, is to never give up when the going gets tough on your path to success. We're all going to fail a lot. We'll probably suck at something and embarrass ourselves quite a few times too. But that's all right, because we'll get the hang of this crazy new chapter of our lives, learn from our mistakes and failures, and eventually find our way to success. So let's be daring in our endeavors, strong in times of chaos, innovative with our ideas, and most importantly, passionate towards all our hopes and dreams so that we may be able to succeed. To conclude, I'd like to give a special thanks to all of you teachers. You guys truly do not get enough recognition for everything you guys do for us students. I'd also like to say thank you to you, my friends and classmates, for the last and good times these past 4 years. I'll definitely never forget the crazy bonfires and Mexican jokes. Thanks again. Adios, mis amigos.
Thank you, Alexis. Next, the high school choir and band under the direction of Mr. Brian Edwards will provide us with some musical selections. Thank you, Mr. Edwards and the choir and band for sharing their musical talents with us today. At this time, I would like to introduce Ms. Caitlin McRitchie. Ms. McRitchie is a 2002 graduate of Northwood High School. Caitlin majored in secondary language arts education and minored in Spanish at Ohio University. Caitlin then pursued a master's degree in English literature at the University of Toledo. During this time, she also taught a number of college writing courses. It was this experience that led her to Genoa High School. In 2008, Caitlin joined the Genoa staff as a senior composition teacher. She has also taught advanced literature and composition, English 2 Classic, English 1 Classic, and English 1. When she isn't busy grading argumentative research papers, Caitlin enjoys reading, running, wedding planning, and spoiling her 3-year-old cat named Louie. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Caitlin McRitchie to present our commencement address.
Thank you, Mr. Cataphias. And thank you everyone here today. It's wonderful to look into the crowd and see so many accomplished young people and so many adults who love and support these accomplished young people. It's truly an honor to be speaking to you right now, and it means so much to me that the class of 2013 thought me worthy of their commencement speech. I do have to say, though, that me speaking to you right now is something I always thought highly unlikely. This is due to my rough start with the class of 2013. I first taught some of the current graduates back in 2009. My class was comprised of some very spirited freshmen, and I was a fairly inexperienced young English teacher just trying to stay afloat. That year, almost every day was a challenge for me. Some days even ended in tears. But for me though, not the students, don't worry parents. What I'm trying to say is just a few years ago, I wouldn't have thought I'd have such a connection with the class of 2013, yet today I do. And I'm so glad that I was given the opportunity to reacquaint myself with this amazing group of young people. I've now taught senior composition to 5 graduating classes here at Genoa High School. And I have to admit that the class of 2013 has been my favorite. Now that we're all a little older and a little wiser, we've been able to see eye to eye just a little bit more. And since then, I've noticed some really cool things about the class of 2013. First and most importantly, they're an incredibly kind group of kids. I've never taught a nicer bunch of seniors, and that really makes me smile. In my opinion, kindness is undervalued in our society, yet I see how sweet and friendly the members of the class of 2013 are to one another and to even the teachers and administrators. And it gives me hope for a societal change of heart. I've also noticed how politically inclined these graduating classes. There are members of this graduating class that have done more for the democratic process than many adults who have been voting for decades. This is amazing. And it's so refreshing to see so many young people so passionate about making a difference and improving American society. I hadn't seen this until the class of 2013. Lastly, I've noticed that this bunch is resilient in a way that young people are typically not. Perhaps this fall down and get back up mentality comes from surviving hardships. It is true that many of the current graduates have experienced loss and difficulty in life, but perhaps this is just the spirit within this particular group. They're tough, they persevere, it's just what they do. Either way though, this is impressive to me, and I believe that it is this grit that will propel them through the ups and downs of life. Now that I've had a chance to share with you why I feel this class is so very special, I'd really like to just address the graduates. After all, it was all of you who wanted me to give this speech, so it must mean that you want me to impart some of my great knowledge on you. Advanced Lit and Comp kids, I hope that you recognize hyperbole. Anyway, I am conscious of the fact that I don't have a lot of wisdom to impart. I myself am still learning so much about life, but I am certain that I've gained some wisdom over the 10 years or so since I was in your shoes today. In the last 10 years, I've come to understand 3 important ideas about life, 3 tidbits of wisdom, if you will. Today, I'd really like to share these 3 things with you. I think that these tidbits of wisdom may even resonate with you if you're willing to hear them. I hope that in the coming years, you're able to remember some of these words. To begin, I'd like for you to know that high school is not the best time of your life. Now don't get me wrong, it's a wonderful time. It's a time of gaining independence, creating amazing memories with friends, and laying the foundation for adult life. It's a period in life that is enormously valuable, but it's just that, a period, a stage. It may feel like you've lived a lifetime, but really your lives are just beginning. Please don't forget this. For many of you, your next stage is college. And let me tell you, college is downright magical. This is the place where you will truly learn who you are at your heart's core. You will open your mind to so many new people and ideas, and on a daily basis, you will bask in the realization that you are young and free and full of potential. You may even think that college is the best time of your life, but it's not. Although that is a tough call, but still it's not, because there is no best time of your life. As I've gotten older, I've realized that all stages in life are beautiful and just as good as the next. We only favor the ones that we are currently experiencing. This is why there is no need to shun change or mourn the passing of time. Next, and along the lines of the passing of time, I'd like you to know of an anonymous quote that has proven itself to be painfully true, especially in the last year. It is this: do not regret growing older, for it's a privilege denied to many. As the years start to pass by, and as you find that you're suddenly no longer the sprightly, eager 18-year-old that you are at this very moment, you may start to lament the passing of time and those extra birthday candles on your cake. You may say, Man, I hate getting older and facing the harsh realities of adulthood. You may complain about how it's just not fair that you have to get old. Now, all of us that are no longer 18 are guilty of saying words like these. I know that I certainly am. But it's important for you and the rest of us to remember that every year, every month, every week, every day that we have on this earth is a luxury, not a right. And for every complaint we make about getting old, there's someone who will not have the opportunity to live another day, add another birthday candle to his or her cake, or notice those dreaded wrinkles around his or her eyes. Guys, I'm not trying to be a downer on your happy day, but I do want you to try to remember to always be thankful for your age. When I think about the poor, innocent victims of the Boston Marathon bombings or the Sandy Hook Elementary shooting, I think that the least we can do is not complain about more time on Earth. The final piece of wisdom I'd like to share with you is one that is a little bit lighter. It has to do with love and matters of the heart. It's actually something my mom used to say to me when I was a teenager, and I'll admit that at first I didn't really get it, but I do now. This is what she told me. Relationships are all about good timing, and sometimes we just have to wait until the timing is right. Now let me explain. When I was 18, I had a crush on a particular person. But to my dismay, this crush never really materialized into anything more. When I was available, he wasn't that interested. And when he was interested, I was going off to college at Ohio University. So the timing wasn't right. And while this was a tough pill for me to swallow, I had to accept it and move on. So move on I did. And I didn't see this person for many years after leaving for college. But it seems that moms really do know best, guys. Because my mother's theory was correct. It is all about good timing and waiting until your life is in sync with another person's life. I know that my mom's theory was right because in approximately 3 weeks, I will be marrying my long-lost high school crush. Now, if you're wondering why I'm telling you this, it's because I know that it's hard to graduate and leave behind those special people in your lives. Perhaps not everyone is concerned about something like this, but I know that some of you are. If you are in the latter group, if you are moving away to go to college or the military, and separating yourself from a significant other, or even just your friends, try to find comfort in the idea that if you're patient, the timing will eventually be right for you again. And in the meantime, focus on growing as an individual, pursuing your dreams, and proving to yourself that you can do anything you put your mind to. Take some time for yourself, because life brings people back together in due time. At least that's my experience. To conclude, I'd like to thank you for being you. You all have been wonderful students to teach, and I feel blessed to have been your English teacher for the past 10 months. While it makes me sad to see you leave, I know that you are ready to move on to bigger and better endeavors. The world is at your fingertips, and it's time for you to reach out and take hold of it. Just remember my 3 pieces of wisdom. Oh yeah, and everything else you learned in senior English. And you'll be fine. Thank you, everyone, and congratulations to the class of 2000.
Thank you, Caitlin, for sharing your wisdom. At this time, I'd like to introduce our superintendent, Mr. Dennis Mott.
I will tell you, Caitlin, at 55, when I got my art card, I didn't feel too bad. But when I blew out 62 candles this year, I felt pretty old. On behalf of the Board of Education and the guests on the stage, I want to congratulate this year's graduates. At this time, I'd like to introduce the guests on the stage. As you just met, Caitlin McRitchie. If you would stand, please, and hold your applause till all are introduced. Tom Baker. Tom is our technology coordinator here in the district. Jim Brossi. Jim is a board member. Al Brown, board member. Laura Menke, our vice president of the board. Jeff Kurtz, principal at the Penta Career Center. Kevin Catafias, you've met. Bill Nye, our treasurer. Mitch Hoyles, our president of the board. Aaron Wolf, member of the board. Maria Malushnik, our guidance counselor. And Carrie Beeler, our assistant principal at the high school. In addition, I'd like to recognize the following people that may be in attendance today. First, if all of our staff, our teachers, would stand to be recognized at this time. Next, if the graduates would stand. Standing, and if your parents, grandparents, guardians, brothers and sisters would stand so our graduates can thank you. Thank you. And last but not least, this is Memorial Weekend where we celebrate our people who have served in the armed forces. If you have served in the armed forces, and at this time, if you would just stand so we can recognize you and thank you. Graduates were born somewhere in 1993 or 1994, and I always like to look back at what events may have taken place when you were born. And when I looked at these, it's head shaking. The house only cost $119,000. The average income of a family was $37,000. Gas cost $1.09. I looked when I was in high school, 29 cents. That one hurt. No, it wasn't free. A movie, $4. A new car, $12,500. OJ fleed the police in California. Jackie Kennedy Onassis died. Lisa Marie Presley married Michael Jackson. The films of the year, Lion King. The TV show, America's Funniest Video. the president was Bill Clinton. And last, Justin Bieber was born. Just dovetailing into what Caitlin said, your life on earth is precious. And yesterday I was on Route 2, and I was following a young lady who was texting for about 10 miles. Off to the right, off to the left on Route 2. She pulled off an exit, and I pulled off an exit. She just happened to pull into a speedway where a policeman had just stopped somebody else. Great timing. I pulled in behind her at the gas pump. I went up and knocked on her door. Excuse me, her window. She rolled it down. Young lady, you have been texting for 10 miles. You see that guy over there? Yes. You want to meet him? No. Then I suggest you stop texting. By the way, what are you doing? I just graduated from high school. And I told her, I said, it's not me, it's you, it's the person you may hit. Your life on earth is precious. On behalf of the board, congratulations and God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Mock. Next, our guidance counselor, Maria Malushnik, will provide information on scholarship recipients.
Good afternoon, class of 2013, family members, faculty, and friends. At this time, I would like to recognize our graduating seniors who have been offered scholarships from the colleges, universities, our very own Genoa Scholarship Foundation, and many of the other outside organizations that provide scholarship money. We have a very impressive group of young men and women in front of us today. Many of our graduating seniors have put forth a great deal of effort to earn scholarships to assist them in their educational pursuits. And I believe they truly deserve to be recognized for their efforts. So at this time, any student who has earned a scholarship for the 2013-14 school year, please stand. The students in front of you are eligible to receive over $1.5 million in scholarship funds over the next 4 years. That's a lot of money. At least 95% of the money that they have earned through their hard work and efforts is based on academic performance. This fact makes a tremendous statement about the time and effort you as parents, as a school, and the community in general have put into raising and educating our young people. Clearly, we have a lot to be proud of. Please applaud these young men and women for their accomplishments. I'm going to ask one more student just to stand back up. I'm sorry. Michael Baker, can you stand for 1 second? He doesn't know I was going to do this to him. That's okay. You're not in trouble. You're graduating today. I just wanted to take 1 second to give special recognition to Michael. As he's standing there, you probably see that Michael has 2 tassels on his cap. And that is because technically this is Michael's second graduation ceremony this school year. By taking full advantage of the post-secondary options program that is open for many students to take advantage of, Michael has actually graduated in December of 2012 with his associate's degree from Owens Community College. I just feel like that's quite a unique accomplishment. Way to go, bud. You're welcome. On a personal note, I would just like to say to the class of 2013, thank you for allowing me to be a part of this special year in your lives. It's such an exciting time. And from the chance that I got to know most of you in 8th grade, I've gotten to know you very well over the years. And just like Caitlin said, you are a wonderful group of people. Just nice, good kids. And it's been such a blessing in my life to work with you. I've really enjoyed getting to know you, watching you achieve your dreams and your goals. And I really can't wait to see what your futures hold. So I wish you good luck. Jacob, I'm sorry I had to say good luck. I mean, that's just natural for me to say good luck. But I know you will work hard, just like he advised you, and many blessings on the road ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. Board President Hoyles, the students here today in the class of 2013 have met the standards set forth by the Genoa Board of Education in order to graduate from our school.
Just to let you know, according to our group, the Board of Education graduated on Tuesday night because that's when we okayed your list. So it's nice of you to come. It is with great pride that I can stand here as a representative of the board and say, good luck. I think we've done our job. I hope that you have nothing but success. I know that you'll fall down occasionally, but the successes that you've shown here will allow you to get up and to carry on. I am so very proud of you, and so is the board. I accept the class of 2013.
Our commencement ceremony has always been a dignified event. So I ask that you please, and I repeat, please, let's continue that tradition today by making this an honorable, dignified, and classy event. Please hold your applause until every single member of the graduating class has been introduced, and then let's make the loudest applause imaginable after all members have been introduced. We covered this with the students. I know they've done their parts. We're asking you as the audience to do your part as well. Celia Diaz Aguilera. Colette Blake Aldrich. Brandon Chase Holloman. Carlito Martin Avila. Michael Roy Baker. Elizabeth Marie Bates. Mackenzie Joe Baumhauer. Jacob Thomas Belsky. Jonathan Dave Belsky. Nicole Ann Blasey. Carly Anna Horowitz. Nathan A. Brewer. Nicholas James Bryston. Jacob Michael Cameron. Kayla Denise Carmody Deppen. Christopher Michael Karen. Alex J. Clausen. Kyle Douglas Coker. Kyle Counterman. Chelsea Marie Criswell. Hannah L. Cromer. Rebecca L. Cromer. Marissa Nicole Crosby. Caitlin Agnes Marie Daisley. Bailey Marie Dittman. Bradley Thomas Efford Jr. Zachary Philip Estes. Brooke Ellen Everhart. Trey Michael Fairchild. Carrie Mitchell Fanoff. Jacob Ryan Fegis. Lauren Taylor Fareed. Maria Elizabeth Fritsch. Caleb M. Gary. Joseph Patrick Glenn. Daniel James Getz. Jason Daniel Ellie. Emily Nicole Henneman. Mackenzie Jordan Hoyles. Chantel Mercedes Hunt. Reba Ann Jennings. Abigail Rose Karikas. Andrew Jordan Keenan. Nicholas Thomas Keller. Jeremy Michael Copina. Joshua Francis Copina. Jamie S. Krieger. Chelsea Christine Lavelle. Kelly Lynn Lichty. Jacqueline Austin Merrickman. Kimberly Dawn Matthews. Allison Ann McDaniel. Jordan Michael Mahalski. Alexander Kevin Mikas. Jonathan Miller. Samantha Joelle Miller. Sarah Jo Miller. Stephanie Leanne Morgan. Jake D. Morris. Seth Carl Morrison. Nicholas Paul Mortensen. Matthew Tyler Meisinger. Paige Marie Newman. Kyle David Nutter. Alexis B. Ortiz. Shelby Marie Otto. Nathan Ryan Overly. Clay Bittner Parlett. Selena Marie Peer. Patricia Elizabeth Phelan. Samantha Noel Pierce. Haley Ann Plants. Damon Xavier Presley. Jackson Robert Race. Edward Dean Ramsey Jr. Samuel Reinhardt. Sierra Cheyenne Roach. Zachary Oliver Roberts. Samantha R. Rugg. Alejandro Paco Santabanez. Austin Jeffrey Schnabel. Dylan Shamp. Jenna Lynn Shank. Andrew J. Simmons. Michael J. Sparkle. Christian David Smith. Madeline Elizabeth Smith. Michael Paul Snyder. Riley James Schwartzmiller. Ryan Michael Szymanski. Mark Harrison Valdez. Nicholas S. Beasy. Mason Norman Joseph Vogel. Rachel Noel Weber. Kelsey Welling. Joshua Allen Wetzel. Kevin Michael Witt. Peyton Michelle Wolf. Jacob Thomas Young. Annalita M. Zacharias. Skylar Denise Zunk. Ladies and gentlemen, the Genoa class of 2000. And audience, like I said, we always want this to be a dignified event. We appreciate your help with that. At this time, Clay Marlette, would you please come forward?
Remember, as Confucius said, wherever you guys go in life, go with your whole heart, and don't forget us here at Genoa. So now that we've all officially left high school, please stand and turn your tassel from the right to the left side.
Would everyone please stand for the playing of the alma mater? At this time, Kayla Carmody Deppen will present the closing remarks to the class of 2013.
Good afternoon. I'd like to thank everyone for being here today to celebrate this momentous event. I'm sorry, I'm a rep right now. I'd also like to thank the graduating class for giving me this opportunity to give this speech. At this time, I ask if you're not a part of the graduating class, that you please turn to somebody around you, preferably somebody you don't know, shake his or her hand, and tell him or her, thank you for being here on behalf of the class of 2013. So if you could do so now, please. Also, before we end this afternoon ceremony, I'd like to leave you all with my favorite quote. It's by Cutlass, and it reads, impossible is not a word. It is just a reason for someone not to try. I wanted to share this quote with you because I know none of you made it here this far by chance. You all worked hard to get here and should be very proud of your accomplishments. Through my own experiences, I know that you may have felt that you faced the impossible at some point during your high school career. In life, there is always a critical moment when you have to make the decision to try to overcome this obstacle you call impossible, or you start believing impossible is everything it claims to be, and you get engulfed in this way of thinking. I congratulate all of you who went beyond this word impossible and beat it. I encourage you all always to remember that impossible is possible if you put a little time and effort into your works. Finally, I thank the graduating class for all the great memories we have shared together. Words cannot express how much I'm going to miss seeing you all every day. I have grown and learned things from you that I will carry on with me for the rest of my life. Thank you again to everyone who came out today, and congratulations to the 2013 Genoa High School graduates.